Good morning. Yes, you know that under our laws, there is what we call artificial persons, just like you have natural persons. Artificial persons are the creation of the law. These are those entities, corporations, companies that the law has given the power to sue and be sued. So they can do what every natural person can do under the law. Now, I want to consider whether a company, having given that artificial personality, having given that power to sue and be sued, whether they can be defamed like a natural person. Yes, the answer is in the affirmative that a company can be defamed. A company can be defamed only in this way of business. If you say things that intends to hurt their business, bring it in bad faith, make the public not to believe in them again, or disregard their goods and services, they can bring an action in defamation under the Nigerian law. So know it today that a company can be defamed and a company can maintain an action in defamation just like a natural person can do. Let us look at some defenses that are available in the case of defamation. You have four major defenses that are available in case of defamation. You have justification, you have defense of fair comment, qualified and absolute privilege. Defense of justification is that guarantee to say the truth, no matter whose ox is God. So if you know that what you are saying about a company or an individual is the truth, you go ahead and say it. If an action is brought against you in defamation, you plead the defense of justification, that what you have said is in fact truth, both in fact and in substance. The law will defend you and the law will let you go. On the issue of fair comment, it is that defense that gives an individual the opinion, the latitude to make an opinion, to hold an opinion on any public issue without malice. So even if the opinion is exaggerated, even if the opinion is violent, even if the opinion is immoral, but if the opinion is without malice, the law will not hold him responsible because the law guarantees that right, that ability for one to hold an opinion on a matter of public concern. That is it on the issue of qualified and absolute privilege. Let us take absolute privilege for instance. Absolute privilege has to do that there are some positions that one will occupy. The law protects that person to be in a position to make an opinion or say things without being afraid of being sued for defamation, like a parliamentarian. Whatever he says on the floor of the parliament, he is absolutely immune from any suit in defamation. Whatever a judge says in the course of his duty as a judge in court is protected. You cannot bring an action against a judge. Whatever a representative of a state, official of a state, says in the course of its duty to another state is protected. You can't bring an action. That is why it's called absolute privilege. You cannot bring an action against such persons in whatever they said or they have written. Now, on the issue of qualified privilege means that it is not absolute. An action can be brought against such a person before the court, but it is for the court to determine whether that action or whatever the person has said or written amounts to defamation. So that is why it is qualified. Maybe in the course of self-defense, you make a statement or say something, it is a qualified privilege. They will not go out to hold you responsible like that. So you know that when you are making a statement, you know if it is not true, if it's not an opinion that is not laced with malice. If you are not under a privilege, either absolute one or qualified one, be ready to face the music, because if an action is brought against you, the court will go down with its heavy hammer on you, and you will have yourself to blame. Yes, know that for a fact that newspapers television stations cannot be held responsible for whatever their interviewers said in the course of their programs. But know that whatever their reporters say in the course of their duty and the course of their reportage, that the television station or the newspaper can be held responsible for the action of their reporters, but not for that of their interviewers. Now look at it this way: a company can be held liable for the malice of their employee. That's an employer can be held responsible for the malice of the employee of that company or that employer. Now, likewise, a third party cannot be held responsible for a company, a newspaper, television station cannot be held responsible for action of a third party. Maybe somebody was invited for an interview or a program, and a person makes a statement in the course of that interview. You cannot go and hold the television station, the newspaper, or the company responsible, because it's a third party. You can go after that third party. So, in summary, a company can be defamed just like a natural person, and we have introduced to you the defenses that are available. So, before you make any comment that is unwarranted and unnecessary against a person, weigh it whether you fall within these four categories, major categories of defenses that are available for a person in the course of defamation. Keep following Lex Domus Chambers. You will learn one or two about the law. Do have a wonderful week, and God bless you. Thank you.